One love and bless up always.
You
Your
always gotta
boy
put on
King
your
Yosin, that
sacred
last
oils on
supreme
you.
belts are raw. Today we're gonna talk about knowing thyself, alright? Knowing thyself. The reason why knowing thyself is so important, especially at this time, is because when you know yourself, you're able to, balance out the energy within your vessel. You know, anything on the outside world won't bother you too much, you know. Once you know yourself, no outside forces cannot manipulate your own energy because you are firm with your own energy. You are grounded within your own energy, you know. When you know thyself, you know, you won't feel paranoid, you won't feel anxious, you won't feel none of that because your confidence is up. You know, your confidence is up. You have this supreme knowing of confidence within you that nothing could freaking shake your frequency. You know, my father always told me, don't allow nobody to put fear in your heart. Nobody. You gotta keep that. You know. In other words, when you know thyself, you know, you always with joy, you always have that joyful spirit within. You always have that inner child. So it's easier for you to express that inner childlike spirit. You know, I say, you know, it is important to always keep that inner childlike spirit. Always have fun, always have joy. If you look at a child, they always, free. They have that free state of mind. But you also have to have that knowledge, that adult like mindset. You know, that wisdom and that knowledge. That's when you balance out the two. You mix them. You know, you have the inner childlike spirit, then you have the wisdom and knowledge of an adult. You know, once you balance out those two energies out, you know, the inner child is gonna connect you to your heart. It's where your inner child spirit is where it's seated in your heart chakra. A lot of people have to heal their heart to tap into their true inner childlike spirit. Because you know, when we grow up, we're faced with a lot of trauma. We grew up with a lot of trauma because our parents, their programming and the society programming, etc. So we have to grow up. As we grow, we know thyself, or we try to learn about ourselves, who we are, you know, to better ourselves, to heal that inner childlike spirit. So it's like we're going backwards in time, in other words, you know, with our minds. You know, in the beginning of the stage in school, when you were a kid, when you have knowledge and understanding around 7 years old, when the parents then decides to allow the child to go to school or leave the household, when the child is able to make his own decision, you know, that's why 7 is so sacred. You know, when the child is able to make his own decision, then it's able to, you know, use that knowledge and wisdom, you know, in other words, say yes or no. It knows its energy. When you're a parents supposed to teach their kids at a younger age to balance out their own energy, to know themselves, without just sending them to school and being corrupted with their friends and etc. You know, that's what we mess up at. But I ain't gonna talk about that. That's another subject. You know, back to loving yourself. When you love yourself, you wake up, you give yourself self-gratitude, you give thanks always to all the forces around you. You know, you take care of yourself, you think positive, you know, you always have that great mindset. Even though you're going through a negative situation, you know that this negative situation won't phase you because you know there's greater meaning to life than just, you know, living in the physical. You feel me? You know, because you have this inner power within, this knowledge and information, you know, that keeps you tap into this, you know, different realm that allows you to love yourself because, you know, this world is not what it is. It's an illusion. We're here to just grow, learn what we can, use it to build our consciousness, and after that, we graduate from this realm into the different higher realms that we fell from, in other words, you feel me? So at the end of the day, you know, when you love yourself, your heart frequency, all your chakras begin to be aligned. All right. Once you love yourself, you're eating healthy, you know, you're thinking positive, you get the mind, body, and spirit intact, in order, those three things, then the energy within you can flow properly. The cosmic energy can flow properly. Some people can say, oh, I'm good, but they're not really good, you know. Don't lie to yourself. Figure out the problem that you have within your vessel, within your own mind. Find those points. Figure out what's the reason. Then you go within into meditation. Then you erase that, because that's a program that you yourself put within your own mind, because you giving all yourself to an outside force, whether you're giving your heart to somebody or a thing or materialistic thing, or you just giving anything to that outside force without just loving yourself within. Then once you love yourself within, then all that is without will come forth within your own being. It's that simple. That's the law of attraction. I'm gonna keep it that simple at that. One love, bless up. Yeah.